I've got two series ideas, which one should I pick? How about both at the same time? That should do the trick. 22 full years of questing, no brains or death, this will be fun. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2001. Welcome back to February 16th, 2001. Once again, we are standing in an empty field with nothing in it. And I'm going to keep doing this every time that a new area is going to pop into existence. Because on February 28th, 2001, more of Draenor Village was added. We get the jail here, with actually less things than there should be here. There should be people inside here and jail guards, but a lot of this kind of aggressive enemies in the early areas was removed in a make a safe free-to-play area, but not the entire free-to-play at some point. So there's no guards here anymore. We're just free to walk around here without the threat of death. And we can also walk around to some new buildings here in Draenor Village. Originally, we had the upper 4 buildings, and now we got like 4 new buildings. Amazing. And 2 new NPCs to talk to. We got Ned here. Hello, Ned. Why, hello there, lad. Your friends call me Ned. I was a man of the sea. What's past me now? Could I be making or selling you some rope? Rope. Very useful. We can talk to him about Vampire Slayer, but we already took care of that, so no problems here. If we want to get some rope, we need to either pay for it or get some wool. Let's see what we can get here. Yes, I would like some rope. Well, I can sell you some rope for 15 coins, or I can be making you some if you give me 4 balls of wool. I strands them together, I does. Makes them strong. You make rope from wool. Of course you can. I thought you needed hemp or jute. Do you want some rope or not? I will go get some wool. You do that. Remember, it takes 4 balls of wool to make strong rope. Alright. Or we can just buy it. That's also an option. We have 5,000 coins. That's really not a huge amount, so one problem at a time here. We can also talk to Aggie here. What can I help you with? She's a witch. We got a cauldron doing stuff. We can talk about Vampire Slayer. Ask about what's new in Draenor Village. When was this dialogue added? A while ago, there was a portal that appeared in the woods to the east of Draenor. When the portal opened, the god Zamorak stepped through. So that's the point where this was added. Zamorak is not going to be stepping through any portals for quite some time. So we're not going to worry about that. But she can make dyes. What sort of dye would you like? Red, yellow, or blue? Not blue, because that doesn't exist yet. But red and yellow dyes. Possible. But we need to get the supplies for all that, if we want some dyes. And that's okay. Red dye is made of red berries, which we can go pick up over by Varrock. And yellow dye comes from onions, which is the other tiny, tiny addition to the map here. Over here at Fred's farm, which should be over here, but it's now over there, we can get some onions. So if we go up through this cabbage field, because that's how we have to get here now. Cabbages exist. Delicious. And all the way over here, we can grab some onions. Fantastic. So grab a couple of these, because we are going to be making a yellow dye. Or, I guess Aggie is going to be making a yellow dye. We're going to bring her some onions for the yellow dye. But yeah. Now, we prepare for the next quest. If we check the quest list here, the next quests are Stolen Hearts and Diamond in the Rough. 2012. These replaced the quests we're actually going to be doing here. Prince Ali Rescue. 2 quests to replace 1 quest. Ain't that something? So that's going to be some time traveling. And there's also going to be additional time traveling here. Because of the way that the 2 replacement quests work, a lot of places and people, and even just being able to get into places, is not actually going to work for us currently. So what I'm going to need to do here is going to be exceedingly convoluted, even for me. Chronologically, all my previous time traveling has worked out normally. I would do the previous quest, and then I would go through the time portal, and then I would do the replacement quest, or the reworked quest, or the recategorized quest. Not this time. Not gonna be so easy. On my end here, I'm going to prepare for the quest, do the end of the quest, travel through time, do the replacement quests, until such time as I can get into places and talk to specific people. Then do the first parts of Prince Ali Rescue, and then finish the rest of the replacements, and then go back through the time portal. But on your end, this is all going to actually make sense. We're going to get the supplies, do Prince Ali Rescue, go through the time portal, do the replacement quests, and then come back through the time portal and everything's going to be fine. And even before we get to that part, we have another complication. There is an item required for Prince Ali Rescue, which it is not abundantly clear how this exists yet. It is February 28th, and we need to get soft clay. How does one get soft clay? Use a bucket of water on a piece of clay you mined. A piece of clay you mined doesn't exist until April. So, how do we get a piece of clay? I don't know. How's this work? Presumably, mining clay was added, and you just got soft clay in the first part? Has to be something like that. Or the information on the wiki is slightly inaccurate. Also possible. So we need to figure out where we can mine some clay, because the mines are all different too, because of the mining and smithing rework. Also, we need bronze bar. That's what these are going to be for. So that's good. Where? Oh, where? I think there might be some clay over here. I go to this mine pretty frequently for completely other reasons. So is there clay? Let me just walk over there since I've run out of run energy. Got iron, mithril, tin and copper. Not quite what I'm looking for here. So I will continue to research where I can mine a piece of clay in this post-mining and smithing rework shenanigan. From clay rocks, presumably. Go to places that don't exist, place that doesn't exist. Well, that doesn't really exist. Kinda. Well, that's not where it should be. We have options. None of them seem to be accurate locations of where clay are, but we can try. Trading with Thessalia here. We need a pink skirt for the quest. So there we go. And what else do we need? We need various bits and bombs from this shop here. We're going to need a pot. We're going to need a bucket. We're going to need a tinderbox. We bought all the buckets mistakenly. I don't need 5 buckets. I need 1 bucket. Alright. Need to get some ashes. And to do that, we're going to need an inventory space here. Drop all these extra buckets. Chop a tree with my iron hatchet. Finish a yak track task. Great. Just letting those all pile up until the end. Not that we would get anything actually useful. Or anything at all, really. Besides some cosmetics and oddments. That's fine. Okay. So if we had a piece of clay, we could make the soft clay now. I guess I will grab another bucket here. Just to have a bucket of water to make the soft clay once we find it. And we're going to need a pot of flour and red berries and beers. Lots of items required. Some items that aren't required are chef's hat, wizard hat. Let's keep these cabbages for now. They're not very good. If we somehow manage to get into a situation here while we are trying to accomplish this. A log fire. Beautiful. Okay, can I douse the fire? Nope, I can try to cook a bucket of water. Amazing. Yes, that was my intention. Thank you. Waiting for a fire. But yeah, since we are going to be doing the end of the quest, and then the replacements, and then coming back and doing the start, I'm going to have to recollect all these supplies, basically. Every time I try to do a different section of this. Just to try to make the inventory look appropriate. Or I could just manually edit the inventory by just putting items in the different slots. Have had to do that a few times for the quests that don't exist, that have items that don't exist. There we go. Some ashes. And we'll just take that. Alright. Have I decided where I'm getting this clay yet? There are a few options. Kinda. Not really. Well, let's go pick up the red berries at least. Let me get that going. Hum 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 hum. Clay rocks. Doesn't exist, doesn't exist, doesn't exist, doesn't exist. Nope. Nowhere that clay exists yet. So we couldn't, yes. So we couldn't have mined clay to get soft clay for this quest. Interesting. Possibly the using soft clay was added later, because there's no clear way to get clay in February 2001. Eventually in RuneScape Classic, there will be clay at the Crafting Guild, Desert Mining Camp, Dwarven Mine, Port Khazard, Remington, Treenome Stronghold, and, oh yeah, Varrock Southwest Mine. There should be clay here, but there's not. So this is where clay should be, which could exist at this point. And you mine soft clay from it, it seems. Peculiar. So, since there is nowhere where clay is where it should be, our only options are places where clay wouldn't be. So if we end up trying to do anything with clay in the future, we're going to have to figure out how that's going to work. But for the time being, we're going to use this new clay mine down here, down in the Barbarian Village South Mine. Says it existed in 2001. I think that's more of the Barbarian Village mine. Either way, piece of clay. Needs to be soft clay. There we go. And that is an achievement. Make some soft clay. And Yak Track progress. 1 out of 14,400 crafting things. Wow. That's a lot, isn't it? Sure is. Alright. What else we got on the list here? We got the skirt. We got the 7 balls of wool, which is eventually going to be 4 balls of wool into a rope. We got the onions for the dye, red berries. We need a pot of flour. We got the bucket of water, ashes, soft clay. We need to make the bronze bar and buy 3 beers. Alright. That is doable. Should really look at exactly which alleyways currently exist here. Trying not to run through walls here as much as possible. 3 beers, please. And of course we need to go through chat dialogues for this. Couldn't just have a shop. That'd be too easy. 3 beers. Beautiful. Alright. So now we need to make a bronze bar. And there is only 2 furnaces to choose from. Lumbridge clearly being closer and more along the path that we're taking here. So, walking back down to Lumbridge. Oh, once agility exists, it's going to be great. Even though we are still kind of cheesing it by being able to run, but still. It's better than the alternative of just literally walking everywhere. There's only so much that's necessary to deal with here. We're already doing enough. We're already doing plenty to make this a mess. Like, all this inventory things we're doing. Could have done this more efficiently. Well, that's okay. I'm sure I will get more efficient collecting all these items the next time that I have to collect most of these items for starting the quest. It's going to be a little bit more work, making sure all this is in the right order, but that's the easy part. Adding in all the other bits, that's what takes some time. And switching to bronze every time. Doesn't seem to see what you have in your inventory. I guess it doesn't really care what's in your inventory. Well, most of the time, the mining, smithing, rework, smelting section there would care about what is in your metal bank, but we don't use that. so it's okay. There's the bronze bar. That's under control. Grab a bit of wheat. Open the door. Make the flour. Simple stuff. Already done this before. I'm something of an expert at making a flour. Here we go. Back down the ladder. Down the ladder again. Pot of flour. Beautiful. And now, back to Drainer. For the 2 new people that exist there, which are going to be very helpful. Making dyes and ropes. Very convenient. Very cool. Go talk to Aggie. There's Ozan. Gonna be seeing him. Well, I'm gonna be seeing him soon. I'm gonna be seeing him in 2012. But anyways, Aggie. Let's make a dye. 1 yellow dye, please. There it is. A yellow bottle. Hands it to me. Beautiful. Perfect. Just as yellow as you could hope for. And it's worth as much as my entire cash stack, apparently. OGE prices. Not something I need to worry about. For the most part. Buy some rope. Go through all this dialogue, making rope. Da-da-da-da. I have some balls of wool. Could you make some rope? Sure I can. You hand over 4 balls of wool, Ned gives you a coil of rope. There we go. A rope. Amazing. We got the skirt, the balls of wool, the rope, the yellow dye, red berries, pot of flour, bucket of water, ashes, soft clay, bronze bar, 3 beers. You know you're doing some old school quests when you just had a pile of different things you need. There's gonna be worse, larger lists of things. At least all this is attainable here, so that's fine. So let's go and start the quest. Prince Ali Rescue starts here with Hassan. Greetings. I am Hassan, Chancellor to the Emir of Al-Kharid. Hello. Is there anything I can help you with? Well, we do currently have a very urgent issue we need to resolve. I suppose you look like someone who knows how to get a job done. Are you definitely interested in helping? Start Prince Ali Rescue Quest. Yes, of course. You'll find our spy master, Osman, just outside the palace. Go to him and tell him I sent you. He will fill you in on the details of our problem. Alright, I'll get to it. Osman. Outside the throne there. The Chancellor trusts me. I've come for instructions. Our prince is captive by the Lady Kelly. We just need to make the rescue. There are 2 things we need you to do. Okay, 2 things. That doesn't sound too hard. What is the first thing I must do? The prince is guarded by some stupid guards and a clever woman. The woman is our only way to get the prince out. Only she can walk freely about the area. I think you will need to tie her up. 1 coil of rope should do for that. Then disguise the prince as her to get him out without suspicion. How good must this disguise be? Only enough to fool the guards at a distance. Get a skirt like hers. Same color, same style. We will only have a short time. Get a blonde wig, too. It's up to you to make or find something to color the skin of the prince. My daughter and top spy Leela can help you. She has sent word that she has discovered where they are keeping the prince. It's near Drainer Village. She is lurking somewhere near there now. Alright. And what was the second thing you need? We need the key, or we need a copy made. You can get some soft clay, then you can copy the key. You can convince Lady Kelly to show it to you for a moment. She is very boastful. It should not be hard. Bring the imprint to me with a bar of bronze. Okay, I better go find some things. May good luck travel with you. Don't forget to find Leela. It can't be done without her help. Alright. So now, we go find Leela. Sounds like a plan to me. Or at least, part of a plan. We can work with that. Here is Leela, just outside Drainer Village. I'm here to help you free the prince. Your employment is known to me. Now do you know all that we need to make the break? We need a lot of things, most of which we already have. I must make a disguise. What do you suggest? Only the Lady Kelly can wander about the outside of the jail. The guards will shoot to kill if they see the prince out, so we need a disguise good enough to fool them at a distance. You need a wig, maybe made from wool. If you find someone who can work with wool, ask them about it. There's a witch nearby, maybe able to help you dye it. You have got the skirt, good. We still need something to color the prince's skin lighter. There's a witch close to here. She knows about many things. She may know how to make the skin lighter. You have the rope, I see, to tie up Kelly. That'll be the most dangerous part of the plan. Alright. And what can I do with the guards? Most of the guards will be easy. The disguise will get past them. The only guard who will be a problem will be the one at the door. We can discuss this more when you have the rest of the escape kit. Okay. I will go and get the rest of the escape equipment. Good. I shall wait your return with everything. Alright. That is a plan. So let us get over into Drainer. We'll start with Ned, since he's closer. Hello, Ned. Why, hello there, lad. Your friends call me Ned. I was a man of the sea, but it's past me now. Could I be making or selling you some rope? I already have the rope that I need, so I'm here for something else. Ned, could you make other things from wool? I am sure I can. What are you thinking of? We could ask for a new sweater, repair the arrow holes in my shirt. Well, don't think we've ever been shot with arrows, but okay. But no, what we need here is some sort of wig. Well, that's an interesting thought. Yes, I think I could do something. Give me 3 balls of wool, and I might be able to do it. Yes, please. I have that now. Please make me a wig. Okay, I will have a go. You hand Ned 3 balls of wool. Ned works with the wool. His hands move with a speed you couldn't imagine. Here you go. How's that for a quick effort? Not bad, I think. Ned gives you a pretty good wig. Thanks, Ned. There's more to you than meets the eye. Looking nice. And then we just use the yellow dye on the wig. And now it's yellow. Amazing. And we got that yellow dye from Aggie here. But we're going to need something else from her now. talk to Aggie here. What can I help you with? We have many, many options. But what we were looking for right now is, could you think of a way to make skin paste? Yes, I can. I see you already have the ingredients. Would you like me to mix some for you now? And those ingredients are the red berries, ashes, pot of flour, and a bucket of water. Yes, please. Mix me some skin paste. That should be simple. Hand the things to Aggie then. You hand the ash, flour, water, and red berries to Aggie. Aggie tips the ingredients into a cauldron and mutters some words. Tourniquet, fenderbaum, Tottenham, marshmallow, marble arch. Aggie hands you the skin paste. There you go, dearie. Your skin potion. That'll make you look good at the Varrock dances. Not exactly what we're going for here, but a lot of work. So now that we have all that taken care of, it's time to get in to the jail here and see what is going on. Before we barge in here, there is Prince Ali, the guard, and Lady Kelly. We need to get Lady Kelly to give us some information here. Specifically about the key that she's holding. So we're going to butter her up a little bit here. She's very boastful, so we can use that against her. Are you the famous Lady Kelly? Leader of the toughest gang of mercenary killers around? I am Kelly. You have heard of me then. And as we go through this, we need to be careful not to mess things up. If she gets suspicious of us, or if we're not steering the conversation correctly, we're not going to get this key. The great Lady Kelly? Of course I've heard of you. You are famous in Gillinor. That's very kind of you to say. Reputations are not easily earned. I've managed to succeed where many fail. What's your latest plan, then? Of course, you need not go into specific details. Well, I can tell you I have a valuable prisoner here in my cells. I can expect a high reward to be paid very soon for this guy. I can't tell you who he is, but he is a lot colder now. Can you be sure they will not try to get him out? There is no way to release him. The only key to the door is on a chain around my neck, and the locksmith who made the lock died suddenly when he had finished. There's not another key like this in the world. That is the key we were looking for. Could I see the key, please? Just for a moment. It'd be something to tell my grandchildren when you're even more famous than you are now. As you put it that way, I am sure you can see it. You cannot steal the key. It is on a runite chain. And a fun fact here. Originally, that was an adamantite chain, because runite didn't exist yet. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Kelly shows you a small key on a strong-looking chain. No way we could take that. So we need to employ our clay strategy here. Could I touch the key? A moment, please? Only for a moment, then. Put a piece of soft clay in your hand. As you touch the key, you take an imprint of it. Thank you so much. You're too kind, oh great Kelly. You're welcome. Now, run along. I'm very busy. And run along we shall. Because we've got exactly what we need. We've got the key bit. We need to get this over to Osmond. And then we should be good to go. Really is quite the effort running all the way back over here just to have the key made, but here we are. Osmond. Well done. We can make the key now. Osmond takes the key imprint and the bronze bar. Pick the key up from Leela. Thank you. I will try to find other items. That's really all we had to do to come over here. My goodness. It wouldn't be so bad if the gate existed. But no. That's still not here yet. So we get to run all the way back to Draenor. Again. Yay. And we are back again to Leela. My father sent this key for you. Be careful not to lose it. Leela gives you a copy of the key to the prince's door. Good. You have all the basic equipment. Next, to deal with the guard on the door. He's talkative. Try to find a weakness in him. Oh, I'm sure we will find a weakness in a guard. Should be very doable. Okay. That should be everything we need. Let's get this rescue really underway here. Back into the jail. Everyone's still here. For whatever reason, they're going to let me back in here. Sometimes everyone can just be a little too trusting, I guess. Like Joe here. Hey, Joe. Let's see if we can get him out of the way. I have some beer here. Fancy one? Ah, that would be lovely. Just one now. Just to wet my throat. Of course. It must be tough being here without a drink. You hand a beer to the guard. He drinks it in seconds. That was perfect. I can't thank you enough. How are you? Still okay? Not too drunk? Would you care for another, my friend? I better not. I don't want to be drunk on duty. Here, just keep these for later. I hate to see a thirsty guard. You hand 2 more beers to the guard. He takes a sip of one, then he drinks them both. Thanks. That was just what I needed to stay on guard. No more beers. I don't want to get drunk. The guard is drunk, and no longer a problem. Perfect. And with that taken care of, Kelly apparently didn't care about us getting her guard completely drunk. She's a little bit preoccupied, I suppose. So we're going to sneak up to the side here, where she won't notice us, and tie her up. You overpower Lady Kelly, tie her up, and put her in a cupboard. So she's gone. She will get out soon, though, so we need to be quick about it. Ignore the drunk guard and talk to the prince here. Prince, I come to rescue you. That is very kind of you. How do I get out? With a disguise. I've removed the Lady Kelly. She is tied up, but will not stay tied up for long. Take this disguise and this key. You hand the disguise and the key to the prince. Thank you, my friend. I must leave you now. My father will pay you well for this. Go to Leela. She is close to here. The prince has escaped. Well done. You are now a friend of Alcarid and may pass through the Alcarid toll gate for free. The toll gate doesn't actually exist yet, so that's not actually a reward. But still, there we go. And now we will get out of here too, before Lady Kelly gets out and is incredibly mad with us. Don't want to deal with that. Sounds like a bad time. So let's get back to Alcarid and get our reward. Boy, it sure would be convenient if that toll gate that's now free existed. Anyways, back where it all started, talking to Hassan. You have the eternal gratitude of the Emir for rescuing his son. I'm authorized to pay you 700 coins. And that's it. Quest completed. Although, of course, not really, since Prince Ali Rescue isn't real anymore. So now, we need to go and prepare for the replacement quests. There is going to be some combat involved in the replacement quests. So we are going to get some chicken here. And let's just go nice full inventory of chicken. Our cooking level is slowly moving up. So in theory, we'll burn less chicken. That's the dream, at least. But also, this is some experience. There is 14 attack. Nothing new there. Looks like there is going to be some stuff at level 15 though, so that's interesting. So I'm just going to get a full inventory of chicken here, and then come back with probably the multiple levels that I'm going to get here. It is very easy to stab. We're probably going to need to drop things to make space for quest items. But better safe than sorry on a hardcore count. So here is 24 delicious cooked chicken. The best food that we can get. Still. So we need to get over to, well, the quest start / where we are putting the time traveling portal. So we got some levels there. 16 attack. Also 15 attack. So we can use backhand once EOC is a thing. And the ancient mace in another slice of ham. 18 constitution. Nothing but some more life, which is always good. 12 prayers, nothing. And 19 cooking, brewing, dwarven stouts, red eye and Etikap potato in Damonheim, and stop burning minnows. None of that exists. It still doesn't. Yep. So let us see where exactly we're going to be setting up our portal here. It's going to be in Alcarid, but the building proper we can't get inside right now. I know we've been in there before, but again, there's been some soft time travel before the hard time travel here in this episode. So let's head over towards the palace here and see what we can do. Presumably in through one of the side rooms, I guess. Depends how we want to play this, but yes. Let us head to 2012. Never mind all that. Quest start is in Draenor. So we are running back over that way. All these quest changes. Thinking too much about quests that no longer exist. Confusing me here. Alright. Back to Draenor. Into the portal. Again. This time, heading for 2012. over here in Draenor, because that's where we need to be. Seems a far cry from the starting point over in Alcarid. But that's a full rework of a quest for you. So, here I go. And we are back with a bit to discuss. Things went interestingly in 2012, but it's done now. Chief among the changes is the rewards we brought back. Prince Ali Rescue would have given us 3 quest points, 700 coins, and access to the toll gate for free, which doesn't even exist. We ended up getting a little bit more than that, all things considered. A little bit more than that, indeed. We got the 3 quest points that we were due from Stolen Hearts, so that checked that off the list. And 2,500 coins, 800 of which, well, 1,800 of which, were dropped back in 2012 land. So we came out with the 700 coins we were supposed to. So we're up to 5,700 coins now. Delightful. Don't need to worry about the toll gate. That's not a thing. Eventually, that gets added, but it's also been removed since, so it'll be free once it shows up, but it'll also just be a hole in some cliffs instead. I will appreciate that, being able to get to Alcarid faster at least. Other rewards from the 2 replacement quests. Stolen Hearts had 4 experience lamps, which we destroyed, because we didn't get any experience from Prince Ali Rescue. And then, Pirate Key, thanks. We did Diamond in the Rough as well. Technically, we could have come back for Diamond in the Rough once we need it for Ichlarin's Little Helper in 2005. But thematically for me, and for another reason, it made sense to do it now. Unfortunately, only half of the experience was in lamp form for Diamond in the Rough. Those 2 were destroyed, but we still got experience. And more annoyingly than the experience that we got from Gunner's Ground, which went into crafting, which at least exists, we received 250 experience in agility and thieving. So now agility is 4 and thieving is 3. Why? Thieving is 34 XP higher, or agility is 34 XP higher, sent me down quite the rabbit hole. Looking back through everything that I've done, trying to find anything that would give agility experience. It had to be level 1, because we went straight from level 1 to 4 with the experience we got. And I found it. This style here gives 2 agility experience every time you climb over it. So somehow we managed to get 34 experience climbing over this style, which is 17 climbs, but we'd have to climb in would be an odd number, climb out would be even. So there might be something else kind of messed up there. But this is definitely where we got a bunch of agility experience accidentally. So fundamentally, that means we can't get to the sheep anymore because there's agility experience in the way. A very similar thing is going to happen in the future with farming and crafting, but we will get to that later. So technically, unless we can find some other sheep, which there might have been sheep at the other area near Varrock, but those are rats now, so I think technically crafting is blocked off for right now. So unless we really, really need to, we can't train crafting anymore. But we don't really need to, since there's nothing to use it for, so not gonna worry too much about that. In the long run, once agility comes out, we will spend like an extra couple laps on a lower course to pay off the fact that we got free levels at the start. Does 250 experience really make a big difference in the long run? No. But it is a little awkward. And all of this was mostly here and done for the additional 1 quest point from Diamond in the Rough. Wow, that's over there now, huh? Wild. Okay. Yeah, Diamond in the Rough, 1 quest point. There's the lamp, XP, lamp. It's all sandwiched in there, complicating things. Yeah, 1 additional quest point, which really ties directly back to the sheep here. Since Sheep Shearer was recategorized as a mini quest, and the quest point was removed, we collected a replacement quest point from Diamond in the Rough. So, if everything is going correctly here, we should actually be fine. If we still need to do more time traveling in order to get quest points that we need for the guilds that require quest points to do the quests, we will. But hopefully with this, we should be fine. And also, it's a replacement for Prince Alley Rescue, the whole thing. Because Prince Alley Rescue was accomplished in both timelines. So, here we are. With a couple extra total levels to add on to all the other extra total levels from being level 1 in all this other skills that don't exist. And that's not going to make any difference either. And then we will also thieve a few times from Men Extra or something. We will not worry about that too much. It's not going to help us in the short or long term. So, that's okay. I was slightly considering changing my overlay to pretend that I only had 1 agility in thieving for the next years, but that would have been ridiculous. It's enough work changing the inventory around when we get things that don't exist anymore, and all the other overlays in business, so not gonna worry about that. Instead, we will carry on to probably the biggest update ever. Maybe. I will see if I can confirm that completely next time. Goodbye.